Welcome, my dear viewers, to Dr. Paul Kibicho, PhD, QBHSC official YouTube channel. I'm talking light from my office. I hope you had a good day, and I believe the Lord has been good to you, just like He has been to me. It gives me pleasure to come to you once again, ladies and gentlemen, to share a few things with you pertaining to what is happening around us. Allow me to clean my... So, I want to say hi to all of you once again. It is a pleasure talking to you. And I'm in my office and I'm doing a few things here and there as I prepare for the AGR, for the second year anniversary that is coming on. Let me confirm this from my office. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Sorry for that. Sorry for that interruption. I'm more in the office. I'm more alone in the office. So I want to salute all my esteemed members of Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, wherever they are. Always a pleasure serving you, and of course those others that I work with in my consulting company, Panorama Consulting Company. For those who may be in the area, I run a consulting firm. I'm the CEO and the founder, Panorama Consulting Company Limited, and of course I'm the chairman and founder of Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. And I thank God for that. So I'm preparing statements for my customers because we are actually headed to our second year anniversary. And I'm asking all those who don't belong to us, where are you? Where are you? You need to join the club of investors. You may think that, well, I'm not here to judge anyone because I'm not the judge. Mine is only to give you information. And the purpose of information is to help you make what we call wise decisions in life. In my long service as a financial consultant, as a business consultant, I've realized that the majority of us sometimes lose it because of pride. Pride comes before a fall. Some of us are so proud, and as they say, pride comes before a fall, and that is why most of us people are where we are. Because we normally ask ourselves, who is Kebisho to come and advise you? The moment you fail to appreciate that Kebisho is maybe not in your class, for obvious reasons, having worked for 31 years, and I thank God for that, having been awarded a number of accolades because of a number of performances, having advised very many people in my 31 years career, you can only afford to ignore me at your own peril, which I ever do. When I'm giving this information, I do not discriminate. I don't discriminate. I have no capacity even to segregate or rather to say who should follow me, who shouldn't follow me. The choice is purely the audience out there. I'm so happy because I've been given a lot of positive feedback from Kenyans who they are listening to me. Thank you very much, Madam Elizabeth Wajiko, my mentor. Good evening from Kigali, Rwanda. At the right time. God bless you. Thank you so much, Madam Elizabeth Wajiko, for that compliment. I'm busy. I'm in the office alone. I'm preparing what else, like I've told you, even before I say anything else. I'm preparing for our customer statements. And I find if it gives me pleasure, you can imagine how I feel with all these clients. And all these clients that you see, and I know some of them are watching me, all these statements are for clients who have listened to it. So if you are there and you have not taken a step, don't assume because you have not joined, others have not joined. As a matter of fact, the choice is purely yours. I'm just going to say a few things, and I feel very happy. And I thank God. Anyway, I have very, 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 very reasons to thank my God. Number one, I thank God for the gift of life. That is point number one. I owe everything to my Almighty. I have nothing of my own making. It's purely God. I'll treasure God forever. I'll thank God forever. I'll remain in his vineyard forever. And for those who may want to come and join me, I'll be preaching on Sunday at PCEA Umoja. I've been given these services by my reverend who believes in me, Reverend Felix Moregi. I want to salute him wherever he is and his team of elders and leaders in that church. It is not an ordinary thing to be invited by the servant of God who is fully consecrated and ordained to go and preach the word of God to his congregation. This has been done on a number of occasions, and I'm extremely very happy. I thank God for that great honor. It's such a big honor to be called upon to go and preach the word of God, and more so where the servants of God are seated, and they are more endowed, and of course that is the area of domain. But I thank God because the Lord has been so good. The Lord has been so good. Thank you very much, Perry Akoge, Wakangema, you have always followed me. I salute you, Madam Paris. I look forward to one day meeting you. When I'm on the radio, you follow me. On the TV, you follow me. On my TikTok page, you follow me. On my YouTube, you follow me. May God bless you. Now, let me ask a few questions because I want to embark. For me to prepare over 200 statements, it's not easy. You are not just writing, you have to go. You have, I even have a calculator because you have to keep checking. Because the figures that I'm putting here, they're amazing. I'm not sure because of privacy. The figures are really, really amazing. When I look at the customers here, I tell God, thank you, Jehovah God. People have given us 7,950,000, 9,382,000, 7.2 million Kenya shillings to invest on their behalf. I don't take it for granted. This is amazing. It has taken the heart of God. And I thank God for this. It is very, very important that when you get information, you don't just sit on it. For instance, we all desire to lead very comfortable lives. All of us, we all desire. Everybody desires to lead a comfortable life. All of us, we desire to live in the most posh, the most leafy suburbs. All of us would like to be whatever it is that you want to be. But the price to be paid for you to go up there is what stops many people from making an attempt. And the moment you stop making that attempt, that is where now the seed of failure germinates. For anyone who has ever succeeded in life, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of pain. You walk a journey where many don't dare. You lead sleepless nights. Sometimes headache becomes part of your lifestyle. Sometimes even missing dinner, sometimes even missing lunch, sometimes even losing friends, sometimes even having issues with your family members because they don't share your dream with them. Because of course you dream alone. This life, no matter how many people you are, and I want to remind people this, it does not matter how many people you are in a given forum. By the end of the day, you are an independent statistic. Please underline that. Because most of us people we confuse. And I've been telling people, I've been giving a very simple illustration, which will not even crack your minds. That if, for instance, if you go to a graduation square and you sit amongst professors, you do become a professor by virtue of sitting next to them. Education is not passed through osmosis or diffusion. If you sit in a group of a clergy, bishops, archbishops, pastors, reverends, and apostles, you become one by virtue of association. You don't. Hey, not that. Very important words. And I've been telling people that if you sit in a group of 1 million people who have vision, who can be able to see, their numbers can't make you see. You still remain a blind person. What am I saying? By the end of the day, you are an individual. You are a statistic on its own. And the Bible says, everybody will carry his or her own cross alone. When it comes to succeeding, I'll give another perfect example. The same teachers, but not all of us people pass exams. Why? Because even our awareness is different, our perception is different, our attitudes are different, our way of judging things is quite different, our backgrounds are different, our motivations and dreams are not the same. So despite being in the same environment, just like when you go to hospital, you have all the departments in the hospital. And of course, each patient is being attended in a unique way, differently from all those other patients who may be within the same premises. So being in the same premises does not make you people to become homogeneous. You still remain heterogeneous. For those who understand what I mean by that. So in the same breath, you must appreciate that you're an individual entity. Most of us Kenyans, we confuse. Most of us people have that cosmetic warmth of numbers. But we forget one key statement. We share sunshine, but we don't share homes. Even in our own families. My children are not the same. They don't think the same way. As a matter of fact, they don't even think the way I do. They don't do things the way I do. Even by a close association with my wife, she doesn't think like I do. We are different. Our way of solving issues is different. So you must appreciate that God brought you into this universe with a specific purpose, but you need to identify so that you may start working towards that particular purpose that God created you for. Unfortunately, the majority of us people, we spend time and energy for all the wrong things. You spend time and energy asking, how did Kebisho become a doctor or a professor? How did Kebisho become a lawyer? How did Kebisho become an artist, a gospel artist? How did Kebisho become a writer or an author? How did Kebisho become a publisher? How did those questions? You seem to be using the energy, a lot of energy, for the wrong cause, and that is why most of us people miss our goals, we miss our dreams, we miss our aspirations in life, because you are spending your energy in the wrong arena. I wish you expend the same energy trying to identify what it is that God put in your brains that you require to work on to be able to give you the output, as opposed to spending energy and time thinking about others. Others will never influence your life. It does not matter what, it doesn't matter what you are talking about is all about. What matters by the end of the day is what it is that you want to achieve in life. I did not intend to go that way because of a number of reasons, but I thought it was wise for me to mention that. But we need to think outside the box. Fellow Kenyans, this life requires people who think outside the box. Life is becoming difficult by the day. We have not been promised of what we call cheap life. It's going to be expensive. But do you run away from a problem? You ought to confront the problem that it comes. Those people who know what life requires of them, you navigate, you meander through. Even when you have storms in the seas, in the high seas, the pilots, we call them the coxswains. Let's call them the captains of the coxswains. They have no other option. They can't fly the ship. They can't they can't throw themselves into what we call the turbulences. What do? They actually hold firm on their anchor. They anchor the ship. They must ensure that the ship continually moves on despite what we call the turbulent storms. That is life. Such is life. So you don't run away from life. Life is not for the simple-hearted. Life is not for the faint-hearted. As circumstances and situations become harder, we need to think outside the box. And for information, let me now help you before I actually turn my discussion to another arena. For your information, notice, for your information, it is during hard times that people think. When people have plenty, the brain and the gray matter of helping you crack the issues goes to silent mode. By the moment you're confronted by difficult situations, like you are by COVID, you saw people who came out of their way and they made ventilators. You saw India coming up with a way, instead of people being put on oxygen, they came up with a medicine that could have been used to replace what we call the oxygen. That's because problems makes us people to think. And I have told people on a number of occasions that when God created the universe, God never created digestive biscuits. God never created this phone. God never created this remote. God never created this computer or this calculator. God has given us the brains to think. It pains me to see people deliberately and consciously leading themselves to what we call the zone of frustrations and despair. I'm so proud. I thank God for those women that I find along the roads and paths, preparing chapatis to sell to the bystanders or to bypassers. I am happy. When I see a gentleman who has a degree riding that particular bike, because as much as we have so many people who cast aspersions to the riders, they still act they are living out of that. Because a degree is a paper. If that degree is not giving you any income, it is as good as a used paper. And of course, in Kenya, education does not count. And I have no apologies to say that. In Kenya, it is whom are you connected to? So unless now you cannot enter into that cocoon of regrets, where you continually say, God, I have a degree, I completed Bachelor of Science in what you call computer engineering, I have a degree, Jehovah God, I did become financial engineering. That's total nonsense. That degree is not going to help you. No. I have told people that the currency of life is money. Even with all my academic accolades, I can't go to Quick Mart and they give me what we call food. They can't actually give me merchandise. I have to dig deep into my pocket and I pay for the services they are offering to me. So by the end of the day, it is important to appreciate that you need to think and you think harder. Because one thing that Kenyans don't like doing is thinking harder. Most Kenyans are very funny. They want to that's why you see people, when they see a leader, They think a leader has brought all the solutions to them. And when they are given 200 shillings, they go singing places to that particular leader because the thinking has shrunk. Because they have got, they do not want to think and use their brains to see what it is that they can do to generate their income, as opposed to relying on what we call handouts. Handouts, personally, I hate them. I thank God I've never eaten money from a politician. They ate my money when I was doing my campaigns in 2007, when I was lashed by the honorable MP, then it was called Honorable Esther Amorubi. And I have no regrets. It was also a learning session. So my advice to you people listening to me, because I want to go to another area, is this kindly. Please learn to seek. Those people who seek information and they use it, they don't get something. They don't miss the true north. You must identify the true north of the compass. What must you do in life to succeed? I thank God I know of a young man who went to a place called Garimiro in Moiga in Mary County and started actually growing what we call tomatoes. Another one started doing what we call onions. Today those guys have their own pieces of land. They're educated because education does not necessarily mean wearing a tie. There are people who wear ties and suits like we do, like I do anyway, and they are very broke. A tie is not a symbol of wealth. A tie is just but an attire that can be worn by anybody. The bottom line is, what is it that you can do to generate income to be able to act livelihood for? That's why I've written many books. I've written many books. And when you get money, don't just squander. Don't just become extravagant. Don't just spend your money lavishly. Because you're still aging. And as you age, you still require some money at that old age to sustain your life. You require cash flow. And I've been telling people that having a piece of land, as far as I'm concerned, you can even die with a piece of land as you continue looking for a buyer. You require to have cash flow. Cash flow is that real cash that you can be able to access within for 24, 48 hours. I've been telling people to join All in Circle. And whoever is listening to me today, join All in Circle. For information, All in Circle will offer for financial solutions to you. It will offer you a platform to save. It will offer you a platform to start enjoying what we call higher returns on investments. It will give you access to so many benefits. All in Circle. Again, if you have a lump sum amount of money that you want to invest, why don't you call me? I'll be able to show you a place you can make a lot of money. And of course, people have given free advice to many Kenyans. If you want to come to my office, of course, when you come to my office, you have to pay for consultation because this office has to be paid anyway. Because Kenyans love free things. And this is what has made many Kenyans to stay in a very small business for 30 years. They have been market timing. They have been on what we call, they have actually been on what we refer to as, where is the name? So the name is going to come anyway. And if you remember, you can give it to me, Madam Felista Moyo. Treadmill. Many Kenyans have been on a business treadmill. You have never made any headway because you have what we call a closed mind. An open mind is one of the most important assets a human being can possess. Do not spend time now talking about what Dr. Kamau Duge said about our sharing yesterday. Do not take a lot of time asking who is the president, who is the deputy president. You know who they are. And they will try to do what they can for the masses called Kenya population. But by the end of the day, it is their personal initiative that will make a difference in your life. It is not your MP who will make a difference in your life. MPs, they have got so many charities. They have got so many constituents who have got so many problems that they require them to solve for them, and they can't even afford. They don't have the luxury of that money. So the question that you need to ask yourself, what is it that you can do at your level and generate income for your family? Anyway, let me not go deeper into that because I want to say something else. And I'll be coming back to this live show shortly, talking about my Skiza codes because they are out. If you want to join Odin Circle, call me on 0722 633 021. If you want to join Odin Circle, call me on 0722 633 021. If you want to join Odin Circle, please call me on 0722 633 021. If you want to become a member of Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, call me on the same number 0722 633 021. If you are interested in buying an insurance policy, still call me on the same number. If you want to join what we call a portfolio account, call me on the same number 0722 633 021. If you have a legal issue, I'm also a legal advisor. I normally give what you call legal advisory services, business advisory services. I'm a coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a financial coach. I'm a business coach. And I can do a lot of things. I'm a counselor. Talk to me on 0722 633 021. I'll be coming back shortly because I have got some information I want to pass to all of you. God bless you. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I am very, very happy with people who normally watch me on the YouTube because there are people who are mature. There are other social medias whereby you feel like you don't belong. But for you people, thank you so much, of course.